Yo, when did you realize that Man United were going to lose this game today?
Honestly, it was when I saw that lineup because that lineup is so ass. He pulled the same exact my part of my French. Pulled that same fuck shit at Galatasaray. Or not Galatasaray.
Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce. And from jump, you knew that lineup was just stupid. Again,
Mhm.
Garnacho should not be a starter. Even even like forget all that. He himself said he's not fully fit. Why not play the natural right winger who was amazing to start the season?
You mean left winger?
No. I meant Ahmad. Why not play Ahmad
Okay.
at right winger and then move Rashford to left winger? Ahmad was I would say Ahmad was one of our best players at the start of the season easily. And then he sacrifices the best goal scorer we have in this club right now because still Hoyland and Xerxes fully, mature. Our best goal scorer is Rashford. Easily our best finisher right now. He has him dropping deep so Dalot can make the overruns into the box. And it's not like a once or twice thing. It's something that keeps happening. We saw it at Fenerbahce. We saw it again today. And again, bro, and then I think you also said it. Spurs is starting Mikey Moore at 17. You're telling me Collier can't get a look in the midfield? Dan Gore, I know Dan Gore is still working his way back from fifth, but he can't even make the bench. Hamas, Area Moss can't start at left back. Like, come on, like it's this. And again, and just spare me. All the people don't go like, oh, but you look how many missed chances. You can't put that on the manager. Fair. The missed chances were bad, but I absolutely can't put on the manager. Look at how he, set up the team. If you think if those chances fell to Rashford or Ahmad, do you think they won't put it away?
Yeah, I mean, I really love how impassioned you are about this because I felt the same way, but I've now got to a point where my love for sports and my fandom is more so from a like not looking at things in a vacuum. I try to look at things like a much bigger perspective. Try to look at things at a
Mm-hmm.
different angle, right? And one of the things that I love, especially in like the group chats I'm in and like the timeline and seeing how other people react to Manchester United, even with the way that Ineos owns the club, is a lot of very like looking in the vacuum and just looking in the moment, right? Instead of understanding like
Mm-hmm.
this is a crescendo of things that's built over. I'm gonna give you the first example. So when we talk about Ineos not making any decisions as to firing the manager, I understand the frustration of fans. I'm not stupid. I understand. I'm a fan of the club. I've been a fan of this club longer than most people, like 30
Yeah.
something years, right? So I've seen it all. I was alive for when Man United were protesting the Glazers out in 2004. I was alive for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was alive for, David Gill and Sir Alex Ferguson saying there's no value in the transfer market. I've seen it all, right? I've seen
Mm-hmm.
what it's like when we sell Cristiano Ronaldo and we go get Obertan. We get
Valencia.
Obertan, Owen, and Valencia to replace him, right? I've seen that. These are things that build up and up and up and up. You can only but sweep so many things underneath the rug, right? That's the first thing I'm going to talk about is please be a little bit patient with Ineos. If you look at England now, and I've made this point a million times, I'm going to drive it home again. I think outside of France, nobody has more talent than England on the men and women's side. And that's by design. And you know who designed the England system? Dan Ashworth. And his other guy who's now with the US, Matt Crocker. Those are two, and their whole entire team, I'm not going to just say was Joe Stones. They had a big
Yeah,
team.
but they were like the figureheads. Yeah.
So when I'm telling United fans to relax, you have somebody who built this impressive line of English talent. Be patient. USA fans, be patient. Matt Crocker knows what he's doing. That's my thing aside. Erik Ten Hag. Players miss chances. Today I can say like, yeah, the players messed up. 100%. Garnacho should have put his chances away, especially that one against
People
the
like
post.
he
Yeah,
had three.
yeah, no, let me finish. He had that chance, the first one against the post. He had the one where he skied it over. There's one where he like kind of missed, from the left side.
Yeah.
Dalot's chance is very bad. I understand the players are, they're not making their chances. And Diogo
Mm-hmm.
Dalot, we'll talk about him later on. But when I look at it, right, I just don't believe that there's nothing else to prove about Erik Ten Hag. You might win some games here and there. You're more than likely going to lose and draw most games because that's just how the things have been going. Maynard has 9 wins in 2024. From January till now, I've only had 9 wins. That's that. And when I look at it from a grand scheme of things, I just look at things and just like, I'm not upset. We've had enough evidence from his first season till now as to exactly who he is. I don't know who said it, but it's a famous quote. A leopard doesn't change the spots.
Yeah.
Erik is not going to change the man that he is. He is a man who operates out of fear. And I had this conversation yesterday with this lovely gentleman named Yossi, who's an Arsenal fan. He had a little Gooners earring, and it was funny. And Yossi was like, as a person who dislikes Manchester United Football Club, I'm very happy to see you guys not doing well. He goes, as a fan of the sport, as somebody who's loved this sport my whole entire life, I cannot for the life of me understand why this man is still in charge. You're seeing rival fans all look and wonder, how bad does it have to get for this man to go? And there's
Yeah.
nothing else he can prove to us. There's nothing he can show us that he's this good or that good or anything else. Like, the man is who he is. You are now chopping and changing your defensive systems. You're chopping and changing who's playing where. Martinez was left back for a little bit. You put Mazraoui there. Mind you, Mazraoui was playing left back the whole entire season. I mean, right back. All of a sudden, change Dalot to being the right back. All of a sudden,
It's
you shift Martinez back into left back, into center back. You now have a midfield of Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro, who, bless their hearts, they try, but it's not a good midfield. You keep relying on Garnacho, who you said that has a knee injury over and over again. It's just, and then even the tactics is what blows my mind. Marcus Rashford is easily our best 1v1 player. You have Marcus Rashford doing shifts, and this isn't the first game that you've seen it. You have Marcus Rashford doing shifts on that right side, right? Of him now becoming the right back. Dalot is getting more chances to finish on goal than Marcus Rashford, which is absurd. And the thing that frustrates me the most, and sorry for this long-winded rant,
you're fine.
the thing that frustrates me the most is that when you look at the whole totality of the team, or you look at everything, nothing really has changed in the way that he approaches the games. Like, he's pre-planned subs. He knew he was going to take Rashford off. Because if Anthony wasn't hurt, that would have been Anthony.
Yeah, it would have been for Anthony.
He would have been coming on. And he just throws stuff at the wall and hopes it sticks. Do I think that was a penalty? No. But am I happy it's a penalty? Yes. Like Darren Ravel said, I feel bad for my country, but this is tremendous content. So for me, nothing about Erik ten Hag has really changed my mind. Nothing will change my mind. He is who he is. Xavi's wife, though, did post a picture of their kid in the United jersey, which is hilarious. So
funny enough, it just got sent in our group chat, like literally right now. It just popped up.
Yeah.
And like, I personally wouldn't want Xavi wouldn't be my first choice of United manager. I'll be straight up on this.
Yeah.
But will I take him over Baldy? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, just to touch on what you said, like the totality, the tactics theme, it's been the same since we lost, was it 4-0 against Brentford in his first season, right? Till now. Nothing has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The only big thing that changed was a negative on he changed it. He took Rashford from playing that inside forward role to a touchline winger. What sense does that make? This is a guy, like you said, he's a coward, and sometimes he's too tactically inept. Like, we're playing against a team with a high line. West Ham, for as bad as they are, have a high line. You have two of the pace, Rashford and Højlund. Let them run at that line. Let them run in behind. Have Ahmad and Bruno, have Ahmad come in a bit, cut in on that left foot, and play them passes over. Have Bruno, what Bruno does best, spray them balls and tell them guys to go get it, Paul. You feel me? Like, there's a way. Like, I shouldn't be coming up with better tactics than him from my couch in Maryland. Like, what are we doing here? There's no way you can justify keeping him. And again, people are gonna come at me with the whole, oh, but look at the players missing the chances. He can't play for them. Last against Tottenham, it was look at the red card. Against but that wasn't a foul. Oh, but we should have had a penalty. How many of those do you actually look at the person like, hold up, it's you. It's you. And I'm not even mad at Ineos for the only thing I would say is Ineos is taking too long to fire him. That's it. Mm-hmm. Nothing else. I'm going to be like, oh man, Ineos are not as advertised. They're not good. Because that's dumb. They've been in charge for one transfer window. I'm not going to act like they're the Glazers were in charge for like almost 20 years and did all this stupid stuff. You cannot do that in one transfer window. I get that. I will say the longer they wait to fire him, there is a bit more blood in their hands for this season, not for the whole club stature, but just for this season.
For sure. I mean, when I look at it as a whole, I'm not even upset anymore. It's just one of those things. I'm just looking, just like, yo, like, it is what it is. Like, how can you just continually watch this week in and week out and feel any type of emotion? I don't feel anger. I don't feel sadness. I just feel like it is what it is. But coaching matters. Let's talk about how much coaching matters, because we'll talk about this on the weekend review in more depth. But you look at what Hansi Flick has done at Barcelona overnight, right? And again, this Man United side for me is not a bad side at all. I think that this side, and I've said it ad nauseum, I'll keep saying it over and over again, it is not a bad Manchester United football side. It is a side that is totally inept, that has no guidance. I forgot which Man City player said it. He said Pep Guardiola is like our GPS. He guides us and tells us where to go, and we just do it. And that's how a coach should be. A coach should be getting the best out of his players through tactics, through individual training, through collective training, so you don't make the mistakes on the field. You correct your mistakes in training, and your coach is the one that literally guides you for that. And you look at what Hansi Flick has done with Rafinha. This man was about to get sent to Azkaban with Harry Potter's uncle, and now he's captain the side, scoring hat tricks against Bayern, shipping the goalkeeper in El Clasico. He has this Barcelona team going. And the thing I love the most about what Hansi Flick did yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this further on the weekend review, it was 0-0. He saw Real Madrid getting a little bit in behind, and he lost a little bit of control in midfield. What does he do? He doesn't even wait a damn second. Immediately the first half, he brings on Frankie de Jong, and then that's when they got control of the game. That is what a good coach does. He's very proactive. And West Ham did the same thing against Manchester United today. They made 3 subs. Some of it was one of those subs that they made early today, in the second half, immediately. And that changed the tide of the game, because they saw Manchester United with food. And that's what Erik Ten Hag does not do. He's not proactive at all. He's a very reactive manager. And I had a question today from the old lady. She asked me, she's like, does coaching matter in football? And I was like, oh, it matters a
100%.
lot. And I'll give go ahead, because you're a coach too, so you can talk about this too.
Coaching absolutely matters. And I'm not, like you said, I'm a coach. I'm not going to act like I coach high school varsity. I'm not going to act like I'm out here coaching in the UCL and all that stuff. But even at this level I'm at, I can tell coaching matters. I can notice, this player, they're not like, I will give an excellent example. I had this player, right? Very skillful in practice, high energy, and like high energy, skillful, direct, and all that stuff, and never give up. So I was like, okay, interesting. He said he played attacking midfielder and wing, so I put him there for like first couple games of the season. When he was on the wing, he kept leaving his position, drifting in too much. It would leave the fullback too much to handle. So I said, okay, I can't have that. I'll try you at cam. This was the second game. He did that the first game, and the half of the second I said, no, I'm trying you at cam. At cam, he wasn't in the space to connect the attack and all that stuff. So I said, all this energy you have, all this like not giving up, great on the ball, I'm going to drop you back. I want you to harass the other team's midfield 100. Whoever's in that midfield, harass them, win the ball, get it up. Now this guy's in contention for the all-county and all-state team. And I'm not going to act like this is me, some magical tactical genius. I just put him where I felt it was the best place for him to be, and he figured the rest out. Put your players in the best position, and I promise you they'll reward you. They'll figure it out. He's a big reason why the school I'm coaching, we're going to our first ever regional final in school history, and he's a big part of that. It's stupid to not recognize the talent you have and maximize that talent.
The biggest example of how coaching works for me is Bukayo Saka. I think Saka, to me, there's not a better right wing in the world, Bukayo Saka. Everyone will say Salah, Lamine Yamal. I respect it. I think Yamal is a wonderful player. Yamin Lamal is a wonderful player. I think Mohamed Salah is certified top 5 African players that ever do it. Incredible player, right? And this is me who's like, I've not tried to say Salah's top 5 African, but he is. It is what it is. However, right now, there's not a single right winger on this earth that will take over Bukayo Saka. And the reason why Bukayo Saka is so good, one, he has that natural talent. Two, he has the ability in him, right? But
Yeah.
what Mikel Arteta has done for this young man's life as a coach has changed him night and day. Completely changed how this guy's just everything about him. He's become an even much better player because of his coach. Now look at Manchester United players. There are so many raw gems at that club. You look at Xerxes when he was coached by
Mata.
Thiago Motta at Bologna, right? He looked like an absolute wonder kid because this coach knew exactly the right position to put him. The goal that what's it called? Score. Oh, why am I forgetting his name? Plays for Switzerland. Oh, it's gonna piss me off. Oh, I need to figure out his name.
What position?
He's a winger.
Not Shaqiri.
It's not Shaqiri. It's going to vex me, and I'm going to look it up because it's a very important player like that because he was linked to United. Dan Ndoye.
Oh, Ndoye. Yeah.
It was against Inter in the Copa del Rey last December, and it was extra time. Xerxes came on, did his thing, got 2 assists. But this goal he had to Dan Ndoye. Had a touch, released it to him, goal. Reason I bring it up is because coaches know where to put the best players, right? Coaches know the best coaches know where to put their best exact players. The coach know exactly what to say to get the best out of these players. If you look at Sir Alex Ferguson, right? This man had so much confidence filled in John O'Shea that John O'Shea on the national stage in the Champions League quarterfinals, I think, nutmegged Luis Figo. How many players in Man United have filled with confidence for them to even try to even pass the ball? There's no confidence in the team. And that stems from the coach. And again, back to the conversation I was having with this guy, Yossi. Yossi said, if you look at my coach, Mikel Arteta, versus your coach, my coach, he knows when he makes a mistake and he'll speak that's his onus, right? He'll say that I messed this up. I messed up here. Erik Ten Hag is always like, the referees did this. We didn't win the trophy. It's his injuries. No, you make the sandwich. You're the one who messed this up, okay? You're the Subway guy, okay? You're the one who messed this whole entire order up. That's you. So it's boring to keep talking about Erik Ten Hag because it has to be done. At some point before, if we go into this November international break, right? Because the last international break until March. If we go into this international break with him still as our coach, season is cooked. And so many good players want to leave the club. Bruno wanted to leave, which I wish he did. Ahmad is probably going to end up wanting to leave and he's going to end up balling somewhere else. And it's frustrating because this team is so much better than what they show every single week.
I've resigned myself to Ahmad leaving. Ahmad is done. Like you can tell when he came on. Like I don't think he's down tools, but he was definitely not. Like he's done. And also, mind you, and this is another thing with even like I'm gonna touch on a bit of the off the field stuff, like you brought up. Oh, he always has an excuse. He said, "Oh, we'll have to reward Anthony for being good in training too." No, you don't. He's been garbage. Every time you put it on, he's been garbage. Keep playing the guy that has not made a mistake, that's been very good for us all season. Instead, you bench him. Mind you, and bro, Ahmad is before he came on at a Fenerbahce, he had back-to-back games with 0 appearance, with 0 minutes, and the game before he came on for like the last 20 or 10 minutes. It's stupid. He always has an excuse for something. And like, bro, we're watching the game. We see it too. So don't try to lie to us. And even to go back to the tactical thing, like you already said for Saka, Mikel Arteta, what he tells Ben White,
oh my God, Ben White is
what he tells Ben White or what he tells Jordan Timber, whoever is playing that right back position, always overlap, always take away a defender because he knows Saka gets double teamed. So always take away a defender from him, allow him to create that space, right? Compared to what he's doing with Ahmad, Rashford, those two especially, two are very good dribblers. If you watch when they get the ball, they're always double teamed or they're always like in a cramped corner. Create the opportunities for 1v1s for them, and I promise you they will bring you joy. Like it's simple stuff, like you said. But this guy is not a proper manager, and I don't know what it is. It's just he's lost.
Bro, it's one of these things too. Like when I look at it, everyone wants to blame the VAR for the penalty or whatever. That doesn't matter. Okay, you didn't tuck away your chances. That's on the players. 2, the coach wasn't reacting enough to make changes. West Ham saw and smelled blood, and they took advantage of it. That is all down to the coach. I don't care if you want to blame any player. I get it. I understand that the players mess up. It is what it is, right? But bro, this is boring at this point. This is boring. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of complaining. I'm tired of just talking about this all the time. Like, it shouldn't have been a penalty, sure, but there's nothing else to say about this, man. Let's talk about.
But like, you shouldn't be relying on it not being a penalty to beat West Ham. Like, that's the thing. And like you said, the results don't get me angry. It's not the results. It's the like the stupid little thing that lead me to get angry. Like, we lost. I'm gonna live my life. It's part of the game. But when a manager then comes out and tells you, "Oh man, if it wasn't for that penalty, we had the chances." That's when I start getting, like, not even angry. That's when I start getting baffled. Like,
don't gaslight me.
Yeah, don't lie to me. Don't. I'm not dumb. Yeah, but what are you about to say?
Nah, man, I'm just saying this guy, man, it's exhausting. It's so exhausting just being like, being with this guy as your manager, because it's just like, what more? Let's talk about the players though, real quick. The Diogo Dalot, I think you're not a big fan of him. I respect it. I think he's burnt out. I think he's played a lot of minutes. I think, again, it goes to what I'm saying about this guy, that he's overplayed a lot of these plays. He's played a lot of these plays, overplayed a lot of them. They look devoid of confidence. Dalot wasn't good. I have nothing to say about Casemiro or Eriksen. I really don't. I don't have anything to say about anybody in the midfield. I really don't. I just know exactly what I'm going to get from them. It just is what it is. Like, Casemiro is past his sell-by date. He will still show you flashes of the brilliance of the player he was. Eriksen the same way, but they don't got the legs no more, man, and it's unfortunate.
I'm gonna talk about the fans. I'm seeing too many of y'all praising Casemiro, and you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. Oh, Casemiro's been good besides the Liverpool game. Are we watching the same Casemiro? Don't piss me off. Like you said, Casemiro will show you flashes. Don't fall in love with those flashes. Don't do that. That's like your boyfriend that ignores you 24/7, but finally decides to help you bring up the groceries one time. Oh, such a sweet guy. Don't fall for it. Sis, get some help. Okay? Let's not lie to ourselves. And Eriksen should have left this club last season. Am I grateful for the stuff he does? Yes. Eriksen should not be playing 90 minutes. Eriksen should not be playing back-to-back games. Bruno had a good game till he didn't. And that's the story for Bruno. Bruno has good games till he doesn't. And then when he does, it's horrific. He's horrific. But back to Dalot.
I'm gonna list off some names quickly of the big chances missed by Manchester United. Garnacho's first with 5. Bruno's second with 4. Xerxes second, tied with Bruno for 4. And then the list right after. This goes to show you Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt. That are the players who have missed the most chances. Why is your right back, your 2 center backs missing? Like, how are these your players are missing the biggest chances? And I get it. Like, Dalot, I know you want to wax lyrical about him. I'm just, whatever. When your players, your chances, your best chances are going to these players, what does that say about the way that you're approaching the game?
It's dumb. And mind you, out of all the players you named, only one of them has cracked 20 goals this season.
Mm-hmm.
It's Bruno. Literally, only one of them has cracked 20 goals this season, and that's who you're creating the chances for. Like, that's not okay. Like, that's not. There's no reason Dalot should be having more missed chances or as many missed chances as he does. I'm so sorry. There's no, and this is where, like you said, I'm not the biggest fan of Dalot. I do blame him for that horrific miss today, but overall, he should not be up there. He should not be up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously that it's tactical. Like, you guys can't. I know the game. I know the sport. I know football very well. I know better than most people who work in football. I know when something is tactical or when it's a player just doing shit. When that list, the fact that Garnacho, Xerxes, first of all, Xerxes, stop putting these chances away. You're a great player. You're a good player. Put your chances away. That's it. But after Xerxes and Garnacho, you start naming defenders. And Bruno's up there, but again, Bruno's best. I think Bruno should be doing creating chances. But there's no reason 2 center backs, a CDM and a left back or right back, should be missing more chances than Ahmad, than Højlund, than Rashford.
Bro,
It's not sane.
how many games in the last 8 do you think Man United have won?
You said how many games since?
In the last 8 games.
Oh, we won one. It's one,
Okay.
and it was against wasn't it
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford, and
Mhm.
we.
How many goals do you think Man United have scored in the league?
Right now, I think we're on like 10. Count today. It's 10, right?
8.
Oh my God.
The first half was on the players, and the second half was on Erik Ten Hag. They came out slow in the second half. They missed the chances in the first. But again, we can blame the players, we can blame the coaches, we can blame anything. Something has to shake. You have to really just come in and just shake the whole entire room. And I kind of want to end it there. You anything you want to add? Because I'm tired. Like, if we keep going and talking like this, we could be here for an hour. I don't want nobody
I
to
was
hear
about
us.
to say for hours. No, man. Like I said, man. You get rid of the guy. There's nothing else to say. Get rid of the guy. Um, what? Not if. When Ahmad leaves, I don't want you guys abusing him. He tried. This is a guy that wanted to go on loan, and the manager told him, "No, I need you," and then didn't play him. Yeah, it's clipped, man.
Like
Hey,
like Sam Cooke said, man, a change is going to come. I don't know if it's going to be a good change or a bad change, but Sam Cooke
but
said
a
it.
change is coming.
Yeah, so,
Anyways, go read a book, guys. Reading is fun.
yeah.
I'm seeing I'm seeing people saying, "Oh, why is everyone reading all of a sudden? Is it a trend?" Yes, it should be a trend. Half of you guys cannot read. Go read.
Yeah, and smoke some dope. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out, man. Tomi and Tosin, this is Manchester United edition. We're tired of Erik Ten Hag, if you want a synopsis of everything of all of this. But we're out. Everyone, take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Plenty.